Here in the front.
Hey Jess, so another big goal today. What did you see? Kind of take us through that goal.
No, yeah, I think definitely saw areas where could hurt them, and I think the whole kind of play leading up to the goal was kind of good, and we got through their thirds, and then just about getting in the box really when you could. I thought I watched the game from the sideline and just thought that whenever we'd get high, we would never really be able to get enough bodies in the box, and so I just wanted to carry on my run from the play. And you know, whenever you're kind of in the box and it's bodies everywhere, you've got half a chance of kind of getting a rebound, and then it's just, you know, putting it away. So right place, right time, really, and then yeah.
And then in terms of this offense as a whole, kind of had struggles here and there throughout the season, generate a lot of opportunities in the first half. What do you think is kind of a successful point of this offense that you guys can build off of going into the stretch run of this season, and something you can build around to get more scoring?
Yeah, I think honestly we have all the pieces, you know. It's just about kind of keep building on the relationships as best we can, and you know, we're in the right areas, and then it's just, you know, decision making and execution. And I think for us, we, you know, it's still, you know, I hate saying this, but we are really still a young team, and so the decision making and execution in the final third is always going to be the last thing that comes, you know. What is really great for us is we are getting there, and I know that that's such a cliche, but it honestly is the truth. If you've played it and lived it, you understand that, you know, getting there for where we're at right now with regards to the young girls coming in and getting more minutes and getting regular, it's just kind of like muscle memory. Sooner or later, you know, they're going to get in these half chances and they're going to score. You know, it's just going to come. And so for us, it's just believing that we're going to keep getting in there. So all we can do is keep getting in there, just believing that, you know, the decisions and the execution is going to come with training field and things like that. I would be more worried if we weren't getting there, but we are.
So I'm curious for both of your opinions on this. I thought Laura Harvey made an interesting point that you guys are able now this season to not play that well, not play one of your better games, but still come away with a result. You know, obviously two of you incredibly experienced veteran players. How do you kind of absorb that? Do you notice that, like, as the team goes through the season, and how do you think about the idea of we can still scratch out a point if we're not playing that well?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of been our motto this year, you know. I think when you see it happen, you get to trust it a little bit more. So we know that if we can stay in games, that we can pull late goals. We have the bench to do that as well. The way we are structured is definitely super positive in that sense. So I think, yeah, a big thing for us with like you said, a younger team is just making sure that you stay in the game. Like, this league is wild, games are wild, and if you can hold on and not concede, you just need one moment, and we've been very good at that this year.
Yeah, off the back of that, Lou's right. It was definitely something that we wanted to work on this year. Just staying in games and trusting that with the squad that we have, that we will be able to get a goal, get a win, get a draw if we need to just keep points. You know, in this league, even points are so rare and so vital. And at this stage of the season too, you know. And I think that we've done a good job of really kind of believing in that and trusting that, and knowing that we have that ability is just a strength.
All right, and then we'll go over to Zoom. Bella, you can go ahead.
Couple questions for me. First of all, Lou, 250th appearance. Congratulations. Just what does that, I know you're probably going to say, oh, it means I'm old, but like, what does that,
It does.
what does that mean to you to reach that benchmark?
Honestly, it's just been a wild journey. Like, I think if you asked me in 2013 that I'd be sitting here talking about 250 games, I would probably just laugh. It's just been an honor, especially to do it in front of, you know, this city, this community, the fans. I've been with Laura for a really long time, Jess and Pino. I wouldn't change it for the world, and I think I'm just so grateful that I've been able to, one, be part of that, and two, stay healthy to be able to play in games and, you know, have the backing and trust of teammates and coaches over the years. But for me, it's just been more about what we've created here than it will ever be about how many games or anything else that, you know, comes with it. So I'm just overly joyed, I think, with being able to pull that off, but with this group especially.
And then, Jess, could you sort of talk about how Lou has impacted? I know, you know, a lot of appearances, but particularly this season, even when she's not starting or playing heavy minutes, how she has impacted and helped this team succeed.
I'd love to. I think what Lou has done, for one, is just extraordinary. 250 games in this league. If you think of the time that it started, you know, it wasn't a big league. It was like, how many teams? 6? Mm-hmm. 6 teams, 6 months long. I think she's also played 91%. Thank you, Statman. 91% of those games. That is an incredible stat. And I don't think anybody who probably isn't in it day to day really understands how hard that is over a time period of 13 years to stay healthy, to have the ability to be that good that you play 91% of a franchise's games. In this league, with all the travel and with all the competition, we always say it's the most competitive league. So to be able to do that is just astronomical. And it's a true testament to not only who she is as a person, but the competitor that she is, the way she looks after herself, the way that she's been with a club that transitions teams, you know, every 2-3 years, you could say, new players coming in all the time, and she's been our leader throughout all of that. And that in itself is a full-time job, let alone also being a player that plays at the level that she plays at. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but I am in awe of her, really. And every day she pushes me to be better as a player, as a human. And I think, to your point, you know, what she brings to this organization and to the multiple of teams that she has led over these 13 years is just consistency, reliability, support, care. Her knowledge of the game is, you know, at a stupidly high level. I don't think there's anyone better for any organization to have picked up 13 years ago and allowed her to lead the way she has. And I could go on and on and on. I love her dearly. And I'm just so proud of her. If anyone deserves this, the way that it has been done, it is Lou Barnes.
I'm not even emotional. I got emotional.
My last question's going to sound a little silly after that, but I think it was after the Louisville game, Jess, that Claudia had joked that your favorite type of game was like 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it was just sort of
30, so it was a bit longer than usual.
yes. But another substitute goal for you. I'm just wondering if you've sort of preferred coming on as a sub this season or felt more effective, or if it really just depends on the matchup.
Yeah, honestly, it depends on a lot of things. One, you know, how my body is feeling. 2, the matchup. 3, like I said, we've got such a good group. And where we feel my impact is more kind of needed at times. You know, sometimes at the beginning of games, it's just crazy and it's hectic and it's a lot going on. Spaces are not as there as much. And so there's a lot of factors that go into it. But, you know, for me, it really doesn't change anything. Football is football. The game is the game. You know, it's kind of nice to watch and see what is happening in the game and then kind of going, oh, yeah, I know where to go here. I know what to do. You know, that kind of stuff is really nice. And so, yeah, it is just whatever is needed of me here, I will do my absolute best to help and impact in any way. Happy to be a part of that, obviously, and watch this team grow and help the kids come through. They hate it when I call them kids, sorry. Help the youngsters come through. And also just kind of, I don't know, maybe give them a little bit of confidence when I come in and, you know, help maybe whatever the game is, you know what I mean? And so
Secret sauce.
Secret sauce. And so, yeah, it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, whatever you can do in a game, if I can do it for 90 minutes, fine. If I do it for 60, if I do it for 30, if I do it for 10, I'm going to go on and do whatever I can in whatever the game situation is. You know, sometimes we might need to see a game out. Fine. Sometimes we might need a goal. Sometimes we might need two. I'm here to do whatever is needed. And so, yeah.
Thank you guys, and congratulations again, Lou.
Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you, everyone. Thanks,
Thanks,
Lou.
everyone.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you.